Welcome to the Coffee Club, broadcasting live from New York with your host, Felix, and co-host, Dr. Marc. So let's have a cup of coffee and enjoy the show.
There is no heaven. There is no hell. There is only this world and its dark reflection. And we do not know in which of the two worlds we are.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever else is listening.
Well, they have to be the ladies or gentlemen.
I've known a few monkeys to listen to the show, but they were gentlemen.
Well, they probably would do a better job than us.
Well, they'd get more laugh than we would.
You know, human see, human do, you know.
Well, anyway, so what's going on? This is the Coffee Club.
That's right. So get your coffee ready because it's going to be politics, elections, and more politics, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be politics. Oops, that didn't work.
I don't know. Are you trying that echo chamber again?
Yeah, I was trying that, but it doesn't look to want to work. So well, I'm not going to take a chance.
The folks know by now that nothing ever works for us, so, you know.
However,
in another 7 days, we're all going to be going to the polls. Remember, you are going to the polls, ladies and gentlemen. It's your constitutional duty that you get out there and vote for the candidate of your choice. Don't let somebody else make the choice for you. How many times do we have to tell them this?
Well, look,
Felix, you know?
100% of the Congress is going out and going to get voted on. Is that correct, Marc? Doc?
Definitely.
Okay. They're only saying about 15% of the voting people who are eligible to vote will actually vote. That means 15% of the eligible voters will have the say for 85% who are not voting.
Well, then you know what? Those 85% have no right to complain.
Which means, actually, if an extra 3-4% of the people, 5% of the people actually went out and voted, you'd probably have different results.
Yeah, we might actually get elected.
Yeah, right.
We could be write-in candidates. You know,
right
tell
in the
me,
garbage.
have you ever, in the history of your voting, have you ever cast a vote for a write-in candidate? Did you ever write in a name?
Yes, I voted for myself for president for the last 20 years. No, I have not.
I did. Back in my college days, if I didn't like who was running, well, now I'm not talking about the big ticket items, you know. I voted for Alfred E. Newman. You know Alfred E. Newman, right? Mad Magazine. I voted for him a few times, you know. Very funny.
Waste of a vote.
No.
Yes,
I got out there and voted.
It was a waste of your vote.
Well, hey, listen. I didn't care for anybody who was running, and it wasn't for Congress, it wasn't for Senate, it wasn't for mayor when I lived in the city, and it wasn't for controller or anything like that. It was one of the other minor candidates that really had no reflection on me.
On you, but it might have had a reflection on somebody.
Well, okay.
I don't know. I mean, to me, if you're running for an office, there's got to be a reason why you're running.
Yeah, because they have to put a name in there, usually.
Yeah, but that's a position that's represents the public. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a voted position to vote on.
Well, we got lots to vote on next week, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, every Monday, you know, I tell you about the Sunday shows. I watched all the Sunday talk shows, as many as I could, and they all stress that there's more at stake, obviously, than just Senate and Congress. You know, I mean, we have 36 governorships that are up for grabs. Okay, I mean, and a lot of these races, even now, are too close to call. You know, they said that many people won't even make up their mind until they actually go into the voting booth.
That's why I said if an extra few percentage comes out and votes, it may change. It may change things around because it is so close and there's so few people voting.
You know, now I listened to, of course, Chuck Schumer is the number 2 man in the Senate for the Democrats, and you know he's going to be espousing the Democratic ticket in every state, but he says that the grassroots votes and everything, that the Democrats, you know, are really 1 or 2 points better than the polls are showing, he said. So if that's the case, then if you have a 43-42% in favor of the Republicans, it's really 44-43 for the Democrats.
That's if you believe Schumer.
But that's according to Schumer, right?
So, listen, you know, you have to listen to the conservatives as well as the liberals, the Republicans and the Democrats, and everybody in between. And then maybe somewhere one of them will actually tell you the truth about anything. I mean, these things, Ebola, regulations keep changing, things keep changing every day. You know, as they actually find out what happens to people. Before it was all guessing, but nobody wants to admit they were guessing.
They honestly don't know what to do. You know, you have Cuomo and Christie in New York and New Jersey saying that people coming from, you know, West Africa should be examined and, if necessary, put into quarantine. You know, then you have other people saying it's against their constitutional rights. You know.
Well, they released a woman out of that tent in New Jersey.
Well, I mean, wasted her whole weekend in there.
They sent her home.
Do you realize that?
But she's still going to be in quarantine when she goes home.
There wasn't a TV in there. There wasn't a radio. There wasn't a computer. She couldn't even listen to our show. She said that was the one thing she was upset about.
I know. And also, she had a makeshift bathroom. And from what I saw, there was no door on it, so there's really no privacy. She had no shower. So if they're going to keep her there for 21 days and not wash, the smell is going to kill the Ebola virus.
Oh, how right you are. How right you are.
But
ladies and gentlemen, the number to call is 646-595-3275. And don't you forget it.
Oh, and we're opening up the chat room because I forgot to open up the chat room.
For those of you who are a little shy and don't want to call up, you could always type your question. If the chat room will allow us to open up here.
Okay, so the chat room is opening up. The chat room is loading. I don't know what this co-host means.
I think the chat room is loaded.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to say co-host, I don't think, because there is no co-host here.
What am I? Oh, I'm the intern. That's
right. No. It's a co-host would be somebody in another site controlling it. So we're going to go ahead and...
That's right. Only Felix. Felix controls everything here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it doesn't matter because if somebody writes in, we'll still see him. Now we're going to go ahead and
promote the show.
Promote the show a little late. It started already, but...
never too late, never too late.
Now all of a sudden, phones will ring, the chat room will fill up. We actually promoted the show. Marc is not aware of this, but I have a surprise for everybody today.
You do?
I do.
Cheesecake? More cheesecake for everybody?
No. The first caller that calls in tonight will get a surprise gift.
Really? And I'm afraid to ask what the gift is.
Well, it's going to be...
Well, if you tell me, it wouldn't be a surprise now, would it?
But I'm going to tell you because it's going to make the people want to call.
Okay.
It's going to be a signed autograph of Dr. Marc.
With my private phone number.
No phone number. You will email your picture with a personal note to the first person who calls in.
Felix, I have to tell you, if I was on the other end of that phone, I wouldn't even call in.
So let's see all those women there who have been dying to know what Dr. Marc, what it looks like.
Hey, listen, we pride ourselves in the fact that we could walk down the streets of Oceanside and absolutely nobody knows who we are.
Absolutely
right. We maintain our anonymity.
We're good at it.
That's right. You know, neither Felix nor I can hear very well, so the bottom line is if somebody was going to say hello, we wouldn't hear him anyway.
That's true.
But again, just a reminder, the number is 646-595-3275. Ask for Felix, because chances are I'll be making the coffee.
And if you're too shy to call, you can make the request on the chat room or just email us at marc@ccradionetwork.com and say, I want your picture.
All right. Now, you have to understand, we've taken pictures and we cut them in half, so you might get the upper part of my body or the lower part of my body.
Well, that's another surprise for the people. Which head will they see? Ooh.
Mean, dirty, sleazy.
But not rated X.
Because I don't think there's anybody out there calling up to complain. Oh, boy, ladies and gentlemen. On no other show do you have hosts that make such complete and utter fools of themselves like you do on this show.
Oh, I heard that the Rebellious Rev and the Doc do a pretty good job at it also.
Well, aren't they our alter ego?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Alter identities, yes.
That's right. Of course they make fool themselves. I think I'm going to have them call in as guests. Guest callers.
We could do that, too.
I got to figure that one out. All right, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to this point, and I always like to play some music just to...
Boy, yeah, I give you a lot of credit. We've almost been on the air for 15 minutes, and it's the first song you're playing.
No, but I got a special song that I got that I thought we'd really enjoy. You've never heard me play it before here, but I do like this song a lot. I hope you enjoy it.
You never even tested it out. How do you know?
I said I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Surprise.